Welcome to the ABE Pierce College Biotech Kits. I'm going to walk you through what you're going to pick up when you come to pick up your kit and your supplies. So, number one rule, don't panic. It's all here. We'll explain it. And if you have any questions, you can always email or text me at any time. When you come, we will give you your supplies, which I'll go through right now. You'll get supplies in a small lunch bag, cold things. You'll get supplies in a styrofoam cooler, also cold, and an insulated lunch bag, also cold. And then you'll also get consumables in a cardboard box. Inside this lunch bag is an little ice brick and a thermos that's got little ice cubes inside it. This contains reagents that need to be put in the freezer as soon as you get back to your school. Things such as your plasmids, your enzymes, your enzyme buffers, colony PCR reagents, marker. So be sure and put that inside. You can put the whole thermos inside there. When you pick up your cells for transformation, they'll come in a styrofoam box like this. Okay, directions on what to do. Inside you'll find special ice bricks that can go into my -80 freezer and keep these cells extra cold. So please return these. I can't put regular ice packs into my freezer. And then you'll have something called an ISOFreeze unit. And what this does is it insulates your cells from the changes in temperature in your regular freezer. I have a lab grade freezer, yours doesn't, it does frost free. So inside here you'll find your tubes of comp cells and possibly lab 6 cells if you're growing a lab 6 culture. You will have plenty of tubes or vials of competent cells so that you only need to thaw the tubes, the amount that you need for that class. You don't need to thaw out 3 tubes and then refreeze a half of one for the next class. You'll have plenty in here. Be sure and put this in the back of the freezer right away when you get to your classroom. The final cold reagents that you'll get will be also for bacterial transformation and protein purification, and they'll come in one of these insulated lunch bags. You'll get things like your plates for bacterial transformation. You'll get broths for bacterial transformation, and if you choose to grow your own lab 6 culture for protein purification, you'll get LB broth, ampicillin, and arabinose. Or if you choose to get a pre-grown culture, that will also be in here, inside a tube that's parafoamed off. These need to go in the refrigerator. Finally, you're going to get a box of consumables, whether you're doing lab 1 or the whole series. And inside your consumables, you're going to get bulk P200 tips, which you will use to refill the boxes inside the kit before you bring them back. P1000 tips if you're doing protein purification. Again, refill the tip boxes before you return the kit. Your 1.5 mil tubes, 20x SB buffer, masking tape to tape your plates, bacterial plates together, not for closing the autoclave bags. These are the autoclave bags. You'll get little twist ties to close the autoclave bags. That's because I have to actually open the bags up and expose them to the steam once you return them to me. You'll get bacterial cell spreaders. If you're doing your own culture, you'll get a flask, a sterile flask, and in here we'll have the extension 1 dye sets for you. If you're doing protein purification, we'll also put your column buffers in here inside baggies. And then, the change this year, you'll get not 1 black container, but 2. The little one has loading dye. If you are doing labs 4, 4A, or PCR, any gel electrophoresis where you're putting DNA samples into the gels, you're going to have to add loading dye to those samples prior to loading the gels. The other box contains your DNA stain. We're starting to put the DNA stain into the molten agarose now so that you will get better results. Okay, so no longer putting it into the loading dye. The loading dye will be dark blue. The concentrated gel green stain will be orange color. What you're going to do is you make your lab 1 gels, use those all up, then you're going to make more agarose and you're going to add gel green to it, and then cast those gels, store them in the gel storage box, which I'll show you in a minute, in the dark at room temperature. And those will be for labs 4, 4A, or colony PCR. The directions on this are, and I'll show you have a flask in here, is to take 1 microliter of this concentrated gel green and add it to 20 mils of molten agarose. So I'll explain in a minute how you're going to make that, but keep that in mind. The kit, a full kit, contains 4 boxes. If you're only doing lab 1, you can get lucky and only take 3. When you check out the kit, we will go through a kit checklist. We'll check off absolutely every single item in the kit, and you'll sign off that you received them. And then we'll also check when you come back and check everything in. So please use the kit checklist, which is also on the lid here. You can look at it, along with photos that show you how to pack the box, layer by layer, okay? Box number 1 has items you're going to use pretty much for almost every lab. It'll have the kit notebook. This is your Bible for doing the labs. You need to check this out. It'll have key information for you as a teacher. It'll have a copy of the aliquoting guide, which tells you exactly how much of each reagent and what to label it for the students. It also has the student protocol checklists in it inside sheet protectors, so they can do the labs, check off the steps as they go with the Sharpie, but I ask that you erase the Sharpie marks before you return them to me, please. Also in this box, you'll have your student tube racks, you'll have a set of student manuals, you'll have your lab 1.1 practice gels and templates, you'll have your 1.2 dyes. You'll also have a gel storage box where once you cast your gels, you can put them in here and just separate them by layers of laminated sheets and then put a splash of buffer in there. And then if it's for lab 1.1 or 1.2 or kitten or dog, you can just put this into the refrigerator. When you make your lab 4 gels, your 4A gels, and your colony PCR gels that contain gel green, you can use this container, but only put it in a drawer somewhere at room temperature. Don't put it in the refrigerator. Also in here, you have the P200 tip boxes, which the students use for almost every lab. You also have a couple of extra racks that I gave you so that you can hold tubes of reagents as you aliquot them for the students. Box 2. Box 2 has only the gel electrophoresis equipment. So you can, once you're done with the gel electrophoresis equipment, you've rinsed it with DI water and dried it, you can repack it. So in here we have the P20s, the P200s, and 6 Enduro units. And the Enduro units have everything listed what's in here. And you need to make sure you pack everything in each Enduro unit because the replacement pieces are pretty expensive. Be sure to cool your agarose down to 50 to 55 degrees Celsius before you cast in an Enduro gel tray. They are sensitive to heat and will warp, and then I have to replace them. And you signed that you would replace equipment for me. All right, box 3. Box 3 is sort of like a general equipment box. It has the bigger equipment. So it'll have 2 mini fuses that you'll use for almost every lab. It also has a high-speed centrifuge for if you're doing the protein purification lab. It has the 1X buffer bottle for dilution. It has the melting flask for making your agarose, vented. I suggest that when you get this, you put DI water in here, microwave it, boil it, clean it out. I don't know if the teacher before you cleaned it out, so there might be stuff in here, debris, that could make your gels subpar. Also in here, you'll find your transilluminator, the heat block, you'll find a little portable digital scale, and a little thermometer. And ice crusher for lab 5. I don't suggest you have students use this because the blades are very sharp, so unless you really trust them, do it yourself. Box 4, you'll only get if you're doing the protein purification lab. Inside here, you will find your columns, a set of put together DIY column stands, 12 P1000 tip boxes, 12 P1000 micropipettes, and a set of 12 buffer tubes, 12 sets of buffer tubes. There's 4. These should be empty when you bring them back to me. We will give you your column buffers inside bottles, inside a Ziploc bag in your consumables box. There should be nothing wet in any of the kits. okay?